Welcome to our weekly trending, Hello K-pop. Today, we'll discuss HYBE's fall into the spotlight amidst revelations of internal reports highlighting unfair practices and misconduct. We'll also cover the historic testimony of Hanni from newjeans, who exposed workplace harassment before South Korea's National Assembly, and we'll explore how other idols, such as Seungkwan, have raised their voices to defend their peers' dignity and mental health. Don't miss it. Hanni makes history advocating for idols' rights at the National Assembly. In an unprecedented event, Hanni, a member of newjeans, appeared before the National Assembly's audit in South Korea to testify regarding the harassment she faced at HYBE. This marks the first time a K-pop idol has participated in an audit of this kind. In an unexpected turn of events, Hanni was called to testify at the National Assembly's audit as a reference in a sensitive workplace harassment case. The Environment and Labor Committee summoned both Hanni and Hyein CEO Kim Joo-young to testify at a session primarily aimed at addressing the workplace harassment allegations that had surfaced weeks prior. The case gained attention after Hanni revealed, during a YouTube live stream on September 11th, that she had been a victim of harassment in her workplace. In her testimony, Hanni recounted how, after finishing her preparations for a performance in Busan, she politely greeted a team from another label. Moments later, the same group passed by again, and their manager instructed them to ignore her. She reported the incident to Kim Joo-young, but no action was taken. This prompted her fans to file complaints with the Ministry of Labor, questioning whether the incident constituted workplace harassment under the Labor Standards Act, as newjeans members could be considered company employees. During the session, legislators were expected to question Hanni about her experiences and Kim Joo-young about HYBE's response to the accusations. Although summoned, Hanni had the option to decline attendance with justified reasons, leading to speculation on whether she would ultimately appear. Hanni also mentioned other incidents in which HYBE executives, possibly including company chairman Bang Si-hyuk, failed to acknowledge her greetings. In South Korea, greeting someone is a sign of respect, so being ignored not only felt unprofessional to her but also personally and culturally disrespectful. Meanwhile, Kim Joo-young explained that she received the report of the incident on June 13th and reviewed the security cameras. However, due to the 30-day retention limit of the CCTV system, only the footage of Hanni's greeting could be retrieved. Despite attempts to investigate the case, she could not find conclusive evidence. Throughout the session, Hanni expressed frustration over the company's lack of action and how the situation had escalated. While Kim Joo-young assured she had done her best to address the issue, Hanni disagreed, asserting that Kim had not done enough to protect the group. The conflict between HYBE and Min Hee-jin, former CEO of Hyein, also came to light. Hanni hinted that tensions between the two parties might be influencing how newjeans is being treated within the company. Kim Joo-young mentioned that this matter was still awaiting a judicial decision. The situation reached an emotional peak when Hanni broke into tears, explaining that while many fans had apologized to her, the true responsible parties were avoiding accountability. She concluded by saying that while laws cannot solve every problem, mutual respect could prevent workplace harassment and create a healthier work environment. This incident highlights the challenges idols, especially young ones like Hanni, face in the K-pop industry and has sparked a broader debate on protecting labor rights within the entertainment sector. HYBE under severe criticism following leak of internal reports. In a recent audit by South Korea's National Assembly, HYBE, the agency behind global groups like BTS and newjeans, faced harsh criticism for internal reports containing offensive comments about the physical appearance of underage idol group members. During a session held by the Committee for Culture, Sports, and Tourism, Congressman Min Hyung-bae revealed an internal document titled Weekly Music Industry Report, which included phrases like, "The members debuted at an uncomfortable age," or "Their features don't stand out." These weekly reports are circulated among HYBE and sub-label executives. Min condemned the content, stating that these remarks violated the entertainment industry's child protection regulations. Kim Tae-ho, COO of HYBE, responded by claiming that these comments are a compilation of opinions found online and do not reflect the company's official stance. In addition to the comments about idols, HYBE was questioned over potential manipulation of album sales. Min alleged that the agency had artificially inflated initial sales figures of certain releases by selling copies under a returnable condition. This strategy reportedly boosted sales figures by as much as 200,000 units, though the albums were not fully sold and were later returned. Kim confirmed that these returnable sales occurred twice last year, but clarified that they represented a small fraction of total sales and were not standard practice for the company. The audit also addressed accusations of plagiarism between HYBE sublabels, specifically between Belift Lab and Odd Air. Belift Lab, home to the girl group Billit, was accused of copying newjeans concept, which was developed under former Odd Air CEO Min Hee-jin. Kim denied these allegations, stating that the company had filed both civil and criminal lawsuits against Min Hee-jin and was awaiting the court's verdict on the matter. This report, intended for review by HYBE executives, was disclosed in an audit by South Korea's National Assembly for Culture, Sports, and Tourism. The report's content has sparked outrage due to derogatory remarks directed at idols from competing groups, particularly those who were minors at the time. HYBE's leaked internal reports reveal negative comments on the physical appearance and abilities of artists from other companies, including Stray Kids, NCT Dream, and members of other K-pop groups. The report mocks Changbin's height, Stray Kids, and how some idols do not meet imposed visual standards, reflecting a dismissive and superficial attitude toward the artists. Another section of the report shows how HYBE planned to position LE SSERAFIM as competitors to established girl groups like Blackpink, aespa, and HYBE. The strategy included removing the word new from the acronym newjeans to emphasize LE SSERAFIM and separate them from the fourth-generation groups, highlighting a desire to compete at a higher level of sales and popularity. In another part of the report, HYBE mentions that although IV and aespa are successful on music charts, their lack of live performance skills could hurt their long-term popularity. The report also criticizes certain groups for lacking synchronization and comments on the public perception of these groups in live settings. One of the reports reveals a smear campaign targeted at Blackpink's Lisa and her fandom. According to these documents, malicious articles were created to harm her international popularity. HYBE also attempted to copy Lisa's fandom name for one of their new groups, but abandoned the plan after public backlash on social media. The internal documents also reveal HYBE's apparent obsession with competing directly with Blackpink in terms of talent and popularity. Some reports even include theories that Blackpink's awards could be influenced by fraudulent voting, fueling competition between groups. The controversy didn't end there. HYBE was also accused of inflating album sales through questionable practices known in K-pop as sejiji, bulk buying. The audit revealed that the agency sold albums under a returnable condition to boost first-week sales figures for promotional purposes, only to later return unsold albums. During the audit, Kim Tae-ho, CEO of Belift Lab and COO of HYBE, attempted to mitigate the situation, explaining that the report was merely a compilation of internet comments by HYBE's team to monitor public perception. HYBE also published a statement on its website stating that the comments did not represent the company's official stance and announced actions against those who leaked the report. However, the statement was poorly received by assembly members, forcing the agency to remove it shortly after. In response to public backlash, HYBE CEO Lee Jae-sang issued an official statement. In his declaration, Lee apologized to the artists mentioned in the document and to their agencies, acknowledging that the report's content was highly inappropriate. He claimed the report's purpose was to compile industry reactions and opinions, but admitted that it included provocative, personal expressions that should never have been documented formally. HYBE has suspended the creation of these reports and has pledged to strengthen internal controls to prevent these issues from recurring. In his statement, Lee committed to conducting a self-assessment to improve the environment in the K-pop industry and apologized to fans and all those affected by the controversy. The situation with HYBE has raised serious concerns about ethics in the K-pop industry and how artists are treated. The derogatory comments from top executives reveal an alarming lack of empathy, reflecting a system where artists are reduced to products, with little regard for their mental and emotional health. This culture of dehumanization and manipulation to increase numbers sends a clear message. Idols are viewed as commodities, not as individuals. When such an influential agency fosters this environment, the effects on artists are devastating. Anxiety, chronic stress, and depression, or even more severe mental health issues, resulting from extreme criticism and immense pressure. K-pop demands huge sacrifices from artists, who should not have to endure dehumanization that turns them into mere numbers. As a global leader, HYBE should set an example of ethics and responsibility. Instead of reducing idols to figures, it must protect their well-being and ensure an environment that fosters personal growth. Idols are human and need to feel supported and respected. It's unacceptable for such an influential company to act with such disregard for its own artists' well-being, and this case should serve as a call for reflection across the industry. Seungkwan speaks out on the HYBE controversy. The recent controversy surrounding HYBE and its Music Industry Trends report has brought the treatment of idols, especially those in high-profile agencies, into the spotlight. This internal document, leaked during a National Assembly audit in South Korea, included derogatory comments and negative evaluations of other artists, sparking significant backlash from the public and K-pop fans alike. In response to this situation, Seungkwan, a member of 17, decided to speak out in defense of his fellow idols. In an Instagram post, Seungkwan expressed concern about the increasing hate towards HYBE artists who are being punished for the company's mistakes. His call for empathy has been applauded by many, reminding fans that idols are not mere products but people with emotions and vulnerabilities. Seungkwan is not the only one to speak out about the impact of negative comments. Previously, Yeonjun of TXT also warned about the harmful effects of criticism and hateful comments on idols' mental health. These statements highlight a widespread problem in the entertainment industry, where artists, especially young ones, face extreme pressure and constant online attacks. Fans have pointed out the hypocrisy of those who criticize idols without considering the emotional impact these words may have. Instead of focusing on the company's ethically questionable practices, people are blaming the artists, who have no control over these decisions, which is completely senseless. This situation invites reflection on the treatment and respect that idols deserve as human beings, reminding us that they too suffer, make mistakes, and need support, both on and off stage. If you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to always be up to date with our latest videos. In addition, we create and sell K-pop designs and merch on Redbubble. Find the link to the Redbubble store below in the video description. Every week we will be uploading new designs for each of the K-pop fans. You can let us know in the comments which fans you would like us to talk about and design. Thank you for watching. Don't miss out on the latest news and information about the wonderful world of K-pop that we are so passionate about. See you in the next video. Until next time.